The database initial study. In the database initial study, the designer must examine the current system operation within the company and determine how and why the current system fails. The overall purpose of the database initial study is to analyze the company situation, define problems and constraints, define objectives, and define scopes and boundaries. Analyze the company situation. The company situation describes the general condition in which a company operates, its organizational structure, and its mission. To analyze the company situation, the database designer must discover what the company operations components are, how they function, and how they interact. Define problems and constraints. The designer has both formal and informal information. The process of defining problems might initially appear to be unstructured. Company and user are often unable to describe precisely the larger scope of company operation or to identify the real problems encountered during company operations. Define objective. A proposed database must be designed to help at least the major problems identified during the problem discovery process. In any case, the database designer must begin to address the following question: what is the proposed system initial objective? Will the system interface with other existing or future systems in the company? Will the system share the data with other systems or users? D. Define scope and boundaries. The designer must recognize the existence of two set limits, scope and boundaries. The system scope defines the extent of the design according to operational requirements. Will the database design encompass the entire organization, one or more departments within organization, or one or more function of a single department? Knowing the scope helps in defining and required data structure, the type and number of entity, the physical size of the database, and so on. The proposed system is also subject to limits known as boundaries, which are external to the system. Boundaries are also imposed by existing hardware and software. Second, database design. The second phase focuses on the design and database model that will support company operation and objective. This arguably the most critical DBLC phase, making sure that the final product meets user and system requirements as you examine the procedure required to complete the design phase in the DBLC. Remember this point. The process of database design is loosely related to the analysis and design of a larger system. The data component is the one element of a larger information system. The system analysts or system programmers are in charge of designing the other system components. Their activity creates the procedure that will help transform the data within database into useful information. Third, implementation and loading. The output of database design phase is a series of construction detailing the creation of table attributes, domain, views, indexes, security constraints, storage, and performance guidelines. In this phase, you actually implement all the design specification. Install the DBMS. This step required only a new dedicated instance of DBMS is necessary for the system. The DBMS may be installed on a new server or it may install on an existing server. One current trend is called virtualization. Virtualization is a technique that creates logic representation of computing resources that are independent of underlying physical computing resources, creating the databases. In most modern relation DBMS, a new database implementation requires the creation of special storage-related construct to house and the end-user tables. The construct usually include the storage group or file group, the table spaces, and the tables. Load or convert the data. After the database has been created, the data must be loaded into the database table. Typically, the data will have to be migrated from a prior version of the system. Often, data to be included in the system must be aggregated from multiple sources. Data may have to be imported from another relational database, non-relational database, fact files, legacy system, or even manual paper and pencil system.